Hello there, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am Mary, and you have reached my channel, Divine Spiritual Tea. I appreciate you guys being here. Okay, I know it's been a while since I've been on, but I've been a little under the weather, as you probably can tell by my voice. I hope I don't start coughing or anything like that. But I just wanted to talk about some things. My channel, you guys that have been around for a while, you probably noticed that I changed my channel name. And I did that because I was moved to change the name after some meditation. And I felt that I had kind of put myself in a bind by the first name that I had, which was Spirit Knows Tarot. Because I feel like Spirit is leading me to do other things with my channel also. And I want to be open to that as it flows to me. The last couple of years, I started this YouTube channel maybe, I think it was July 21. And the reason that I started this channel is because I needed to find my voice again. Now, when I started the channel, isn't the first time that I had read with tarot, but it's the first time that I had, started a tarot channel. Now, this is something I was doing it off and on, and Spirit was telling me, this is what I needed to be doing. I'm also an artist. I have a master's degree in fine art, and I'm also a coach, life coach, believe it or not. But like I said, when I started this channel, I felt that I had lost my voice. And the reason I felt this way is because I had had a couple of major losses in my life. And, as Spirit was telling me to do this, it was like I just couldn't speak. I couldn't put two sentences together and make it make sense. So I think that was my way of doing it, is just stepping out here on YouTube and starting this channel. And so if you look back at some of my older videos, you'll see what I mean. It's not like I didn't know what I was doing, but it was still so hard because of the losses that I'd had was so fresh. And it's not that it's any different now. It's just that, when you go through grieving periods, the loss is always there, but you learn to kind of deal with it better. As time goes on, Spirit helps you work through the process. So as I'm moving on, I'm finding that there's other things that Spirit has for me to do also on this channel. So one of the things is, and I think, I think I've been sick like 3 times this year, which is very, very unusual for me. And I go down, my channel goes down for a couple of weeks, or, like 3 weeks at a time sometimes, each time that I've been sick. This last time I really paid attention, and this is something that I think we all need to do, is pay attention when Spirit is talking to us. This time I noticed that not only was I sick, but other things in my life was happening, and things that I didn't expect. And I think this is the year for that, they say, with Taurus in Uranus or whatever. I'm not an astrologer, but I'm just saying what I've heard people say in astrology. So this is the year that this is happening to me. And one of the things that's recently happened to me is that, or for me, I should say, is that some people that I thought were, close, or, prominent in my life, some family members and that kind of thing, it's like I kind of lost them in a sense because they had kind of walked out of my life. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, Spirit, so what is this about? The last year, it happened. Last year it happened. It's like people, family members would just, and I don't mean death, I just mean that although some of it was death, but there's also members that just, I thought we were good, that just kind of turned their back on me. And, you know, it bothered me, it bothered me, it bothered me. And now it seems like it happened again unexpectedly from, you know, someone that I didn't expect for it to happen. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, I'm meditating, I'm like, Spirit, what is going on? Why is this, why are people being removed from my life unexpectedly? I don't know why. I mean, this last one, I really don't, I couldn't grasp what was going on. I would have never thought in a million years that this would have happened. But this time, this is a difference in what happened last year, this time, and what's happening now in my life. There was major upheaval, in a sense, from members of my family that I didn't think, that I was shocked that it happened the way that it did. And it's not like, you know, you have family and you don't talk to them every day. Everybody's living their own lives and that kind of thing, and we understand that. But then, you know how you get together when something major happens. Well, when something major happened, it was like everybody kind of turned on me, and it bothered me so bad. And I hope I'm not rambling on too much. I'm not trying to. I'm trying to keep this short and simple, to the point. So anyway, it bothered me. And it bothered me for a long time because I just couldn't understand. And then I thought about, okay, so these people are not supposed to be, you know, Spirit has its way of moving people out of our lives so that we can focus on what we're supposed to be focusing on. And I think that when we don't do it, we're missing our blessings because we're so busy trying to figure out, well, what happened? Why don't they like me no more? What is going on? What did I do? You know, and I'm sure I played my part in it too. I'm not going to say that I'm all innocent, but, you know, whatever, it happened like it happened. Okay, so finally I accepted that. And then just last week, the same thing happened again. And I'm like, okay, so Spirit, what is it? What is it that you want me to do? Why are these people exiting my life? You know, and I don't mean death. Like I said, yeah, there was a couple of deaths earlier in 21, well, 19 and 21. But this time it's like people are just turning their backs. And I'm thinking, okay, so this is the season. This is my season to learn a lesson. And I'm thinking that it's a lesson about letting go. Okay, because I really, the first time it happened, I really couldn't figure it out. I couldn't understand it. And you know, it was hard for me to let go. But this time, guys, I learned my lesson. And this time when it happened, yeah, I meditated on it and I'm like, okay, so what's going on? What's going on? But then I was like, when Spirit gave me answers, it was like, just let it go. Let it go. Don't worry about it, because I was in the mode of maybe I need to contact them and see what's really going on and that kind of thing. But then it was like, let it go. So this is my season of letting go is what I'm getting. And sometimes we have to let go, like I said, in order to get our blessings. So this time when it happened, I'm like, okay, that's it, Spirit. You've spoken. And now I'm waiting to see, where you're going to lead me from here. Because evidently these are people that were not supposed to be in my life for whatever reason, you know. And at this point, you know, I do have an inclination, you know, when you talk to spirit, you can get answers, and I do have an inclination of what the problem is, basically, in both situations. So this is why, you know, I'm saying this to say that I've changed my channel name, because I feel like Spirit is leading me in another direction. I love tarot, and I'm not saying that this is something that I'm not going to do, because I feel like I will always read tarot. This is the first thing that Spirit said for me to do, was get on here and do tarot. And I put it off and put it off and put it off until I kind of almost had to, because it was hard for me to even speak. Like I said, put sentences together, because I was under so much grief and that kind of thing. And so I did it. And I'm happy that I did. So I know that tarot, actually divination, will be in my life. And I feel like this is what Spirit wants me to do, among other things, because there's always people out there that need help, that needs some guidance and that kind of thing. And this is what I feel like I'm being pulled to do. I have to say, I am a Virgo. September is here. This is the time of Virgo. And one of the things that I know that I'm pulled to do is to help heal. That's what Virgos do. We heal, we help heal, we help bring clarity at times. I mean, and sometimes, you know, I'm the Virgo that you come to me with the situation, and I'm going to analyze it a little bit, and then I'm going to say, well, you know what, this is what I think you should do. And not all the time people are looking for that, which is the thing that I had to learn too, that sometimes people just want to talk, but with me being a Virgo, it's like I want to come up with a solution. And that's not necessary all the time. So I'm learning that too. It's like let go, let go, let go. And I've been told this before, let go, let God, you know. And so now I am getting it. So when I talk about my channel, I'm saying that I don't know where Spirit is going to lead me, but I think the name Divine Spiritual Tea is good, because I do know that there will be tea spilled in some form, one form or another. I don't know exactly how or what Spirit wants me to do, but I'm open. I'm open to see what happens. And I hope you guys will stay on this journey with me. Like I said, it's been a year. It was a year, July, that I did my first video, and I hope you guys will go back and look at the first one and compare it to what I'm doing now. But anyway, and as I've read the cards, yes, there's been plenty of times where my predictions or whether my readings came true. I'm not the one to go out and say, oh, look, this is what I said and this is what happened and blah, blah, blah. And of course, there's been times when they didn't, you know, some things I said didn't happen. But I think as readers, no one is perfect. It happens to all of us. Some things we get right, some things we're off the mark, and that's because there is definitely free will. You know, you have a chance to change things in your life, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm realizing that there's some changes that I need to make as far as my channel and as far as my life and that kind of thing, and I am willing, I'm open to do them. So not everything happens the way that you think it's going to happen, or maybe it's going to happen, you know, it happens a year later. You know what I'm saying? So that's something we have to think about too. So this is just where I'm being led, and I just want you guys to know. I hope you were hanging here with me. I hope to be more more constant with my work, and to put out even more videos. I do have a big library of readings right now, but like I said, there's been pauses in between. So what I'm doing now is just letting Spirit lead me. So with that being said, I do want you guys to know that if you want a reading from me, I am available to do readings, and right now you can find me, just send me an email at spiritknowstarot@gmail.com, and I will give you a call back, and we can talk about, prices, rates, and that kind of thing. But again, I'm so happy you guys are here. I hope you are hanging here with me. I hope you will share my videos. And I hope if you haven't subscribed that you will, because we're going to get into some interesting things, guys. So, with the cards and with other things too that I'll be doing. I'm just waiting to see. I'm just letting Spirit lead me to where Spirit wants me to go at this time. So, that being said, guys, I'm going to read some cards now. Now, what I want to know is what Spirit wants us all to know at this time. Now, we have been going through some things here, around the world. Around the world, things have been happening. Things, it's been a little crazy, I'll say, the last 5 years. And now things are coming out that some of us kind of knew was going to happen. Some of us were saying, oh, no, that's not going to happen. Some people were saying, no, that's not going to happen. But we never know when Spirit is gonna let things happen, or, how free will is really gonna go. So I just want to know what it is that Spirit wants us to know as a collective, how we can maneuver through the things that are happening right now in our lives. And it could be our personal lives, but I'm thinking as a collective. For some of you, this will resonate with, and some of you won't. But we're going to see what Spirit wants us to know. And then, guys, expect some horoscopes for the month of September to be going up shortly. Okay? All right, so Spirit, what is it that you would like the listeners to know right now? What is it that you would like everyone to know right now, Spirit, about what is going on, what's going on in the world, what we should be doing right now? Give us some information, Spirit, on what it is that we should be doing right now. Okay, I'm going to pull some cards here. By the way, I am using the Psychic Tarot right now. Okay, so let's pull some cards, see what Spirit wants us to know. All right. Now, after I do this reading, I will be pulling an oracle card, tie it all in together. Thank you guys so much. Okay, first card we have up is balance. Balance. Okay? It's like we're going to have to learn how to balance what is going on. As we watch things that are going on in the news and that kind of thing, balance our lives. Don't let this take over what you're supposed to do. Sometimes if we're out of balance, we don't hear Spirit, which I think is a message for me also, because I feel like I was out of balance in more ways than one, which is why my health things kept going on with my health and that kind of thing. So here, guys, we have to learn how to stay in balance. Don't let things take us off of our path of what we should be doing. What's happening now, some of the things, a lot of things we can't control. We can't control. These people are going through whatever their karma or whatever it is that they need to be working on, and it's pretty much out of our hands. So you know, there's no need for us to get all upset, all tied in knots about what's going on with others. Okay, and next I have the Ace of Swords up. This is all about success and triumph. And I feel like God is saying, Spirit is saying, if you learn to balance yourself, your life, that you will be successful, that things will happen for you. Okay, so you can't listen to what everything that's on the news. You can't listen to what everything that's happening in others' lives. You have to pay attention to you and what's going on in your life. Keep yourself balanced so that you can have happier days. Because, hey guys, you might as well be happy. There's nothing we can do about what's going on in others' lives. Now, next I have the obstacles and challenges here. Okay, so yes, there's going to be obstacles. There's nothing that says that we aren't going to face obstacles. There's nothing, you know, if you're living this life, you know, there's going to be challenges that are going to come. There's going to be obstacles. There's going to be mountains that are hard for you to climb over. And you have to learn how to maneuver, how to balance. Or sometimes we just have to wait. We just have to wait and let Spirit guide us. You know, call on your angels, call on your ancestors. They're there waiting for you to ask. And we can get some guidance there. But there will be obstacles. And as we maneuver these obstacles, we will get, some wishes will be fulfilled for us. Okay? Now, it may not happen today. It may not happen in the way that you think. We never know how Spirit is going to work in our lives and what it is that it may be asked of us to do in order to get what we need, you know, or what we want. It's not always, sometimes, you know, it can be what you want too. And I think if you want something, you should be there, you should be asking for it. You should let Spirit know, well, this is what I want, you know, and figure out a way as you let Spirit know that this is what you need or this is what you want. Listen, because ideas will come to you that will give you the information that you need to go forward. So sometimes it takes a little going within and sitting quietly with yourself in order to get those wishes to come true. Now, this is about emotional loss. And I think that, you know, over the last few years, as I've said, we've all had some type of emotional loss, whether it be people, you know, maybe even your work, that kind of thing. But this is another thing. We never know why things happen. You know, this is another point of letting go. This loss, yes, you're going to grieve it. And, you know, nobody can say how long it is that you're supposed to grieve whatever your loss is. But we have to look forward also. We have to move forward. There's going to be some loss. There's going to be some grief. There's going to be some happy times. And it's how you perceive things in the end. So it's just the fact of life. We're going to have that emotional loss. And then next up, I have positive movement, moving forward. Okay, so what I just spoke about, we got to move forward. We can't let other things derail us from our dreams, from whatever it is we want, whatever it is we feel we need. We have to move forward so that, you know, we can live this life in a way that we feel that, you know, works for us. So sometimes you have to leave some things behind and move forward. For the past is in the past. There's nothing we can do to change what's happened. And that's including loss and that kind of thing. We learn from it and we move forward. Solitude. Okay? It seems like Spirit is just telling me just exactly the information that I'm saying here. Is each card is showing up. Now take time to yourself, guys. Take some time to yourself. Go into solitude. This is the Hermit card. The Hermit analyzes and tries to figure things out. The Hermit really goes within. The Hermit loves to learn things. This is a Virgo card, the Hermit. This is why I know so much about this card, because this is me. I like to go within. I like to learn. I like to figure things out. I like to analyze things. You can come tell me something. That doesn't mean that I'm just going to accept it on face value. I got to figure out for myself if this is the truth for me. And I think a lot of us, at times, we don't think critically about what it is that we need to do for ourselves. We forget, and this is one of the things that they're trying to take out of the colleges now. I can't say the schools, because I really think that as parents, we should teach our children to think critically before they get to that college level about things that are going on in their lives or around them in the country, that kind of thing. You can't just fall for whatever someone says. So this is where the solitude card comes in here. You can see she's sitting there, she's looking through the book, so she's analyzing some things. Maybe someone said something and she knows that, okay, I gotta research this for myself so that I know what it is that I need to do concerning this situation. So this is something, guys, that I tell everyone. Just go within. If you haven't learned how to do that yet, just sit with yourself for 5 minutes in quiet solitude and see what comes. I mean, you don't have to try to stop things from coming or that kind of thing, but once you do it for 5 minutes, even if you don't do it only for 2 minutes, sit quietly with yourself, and you will eventually start to hear and receive some answers. Okay, and then next we have the Three of Cups, which is rejoice and celebration. Now, as I say this about going within, this is telling me that once you do this, as I said, you are going to be rejoicing and celebrating, because you're going to get what you ask for. You're going to get some answers. Now, your answers may not come as expected or when you expect them to come, because Spirit doesn't work on our time. But I do know that once you go in and you ask for these answers, they will come eventually. And, you know, it may not come mentally in your mind, but then again it may. But someone just may walk up to you and you're having a conversation and they give you the information that you were waiting for, and you were like, oh, so you have to pay attention. You have to pay attention, because we don't know how Spirit is going to move to give us what we need. You know, or you could be reading a book, you could be reading a magazine, newspaper. It may even show up on TV if you're, you know, watching TV and you're like, oh, that's the answer. This is what I was looking for. So this tells us that we need to stop. Pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on around us. Pay attention to Spirit. Like I said, go within and you will get the answers. Now we have the Hope card, which is the Star card. This is all about hope. And you can see that bright light there. That bright light that's being held there. To me, that reminds me of Spirit. Okay? That bright light of Spirit that is trying to give you hope, trying to have you look forward, trying to have you let go of things that are no longer beneficial to you. And once you do that and you grab onto that light of hope, you will get answers. You will get what you need. And next card I have is discontent and boredom. And I do feel like a lot of us, you know, at this point where we have been set down for 2 years, and I think that a lot of people have gone into like a depression because they were doing one thing and all of a sudden it's taken away. You know, no matter how it was done, you're sitting there for years without really knowing your next step. And as we pull out of this, you know, what are you going to do? So there's people that are, you know, bored with the situation that the way that it is right now. You don't know what to do, which way to go. But this is another time when I'm saying, you should go within. So this is what a lot of people are feeling right now, is boredom and discontent. But you know, we're making our lives the way that we are making them. We have free will. You know, if you decide that you want to make a move and do something a little different, and not be bored and feeling discontented about your situation, make a move to do something different that will help you feel better and live a better life. This is the time, guys, that we should be really making use of what's happened in our lives in the last few years. And we really need to be asking Spirit, okay, Spirit, so this has happened. Why did you set me down? Why did you set, or why was the country set down? You know, there's always Spirit in everything. You know, now I'm not saying that Spirit set us down. I caught myself when I said that. But for the most part, the country was shut down and we had no choice. Okay, but I do believe that Spirit was in that. And maybe it was to make some of us think about what it is that we needed to do next, where we were going. Maybe even just connecting to Spirit is the answer. You know, once you do that, you will be led to other things that you need to be doing at this time. Okay, so yeah, you may ask those questions. Why, you know, where am I supposed to go from here? And as you go within and ask those questions, be on the alert for where the answers are going to come to you, because they will. They will. Okay, now I'm going to pull an oracle card, oracle card or two, and we'll see what else Spirit wants us to know. I am using a Divine Abundance oracle deck here. And let's see what Spirit wants us to know. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging in here with me. I know it's been a long video, but there's just some things that I felt like I needed to get out, and I hope you guys understand, and I hope it's helped you. It's helped me to release some thoughts that have been on my mind. So I'm going to pull one card here, see what Spirit wants you to know. Wow, this is wonderful. We get the trust card. Trust. And what can I say? We have to trust. We have to trust in Spirit. We have to trust in ourselves. If you feel like there's something you need to do, and you go within and you don't see that it's harming anyone else or anything like that, trust in yourself. Make the leap. Take a risk sometimes. But let's see what it says. It says, allow me, Divine, to give you my deepest longings, trustings. Let me start that over. Allow me, Divine, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. Wow, this is just right on time. This is right on time, guys. And this is what we have to do. We have to trust ourselves. We have to trust Spirit. Once we give it over to Spirit, let go. Let it go. That's all we can do. And on the bottom of the deck is letting go. So, wow, Spirit, right on time. Everything is indeed out of control, and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. Wow. This is really an important message and an important lesson, I think, that we all can take something from. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope you will hang in here with me. Share this video. I'm sure there's others that may need to hear it. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Have a good evening.